Hello and welcome to the latest episode of Driving with Dan. This is episode 37 and today is the 21st of November 2018, so November already. And today's topics are going to be about the new Suzuki Jimny, because it's just doing really well, isn't it? Tyres, and as it's getting cold outside, winter tyres. Aston Martin and their latest sort of testing a new car coming out. The Defender V8, because I love that, and the F-Type rally car that I mentioned a few weeks ago. So the first topic, the Suzuki Jimny. A price has been mentioned, it's sort of an entry price anyway, so a base price for the new Jimny, and it is £15,499, which is, a fair price really, considering how hotly anticipated this car has been and how well it's been received as well. I think a lot of people have liked the look and the design and just the features really on the car and the sort of simplicity of it. And I think I would have expected the price to go up, and I can't remember what the price of the old Jimny was, but I think it was probably fairly close to that. It's probably slightly below. No, £15,500. It's a fair amount. You're not getting many luxury features in the new Jimny. It's definitely simple, but that simple and sort of ruggedness of it is then a feature in itself. It's a use for a lot of people. So I would say that's well priced. For some, it's quite expensive for their uses of the car. If you're using it as a business vehicle, if you're using it on a farm, as it is a sort of rough and ready to go sort of four-wheel drive vehicle, it's quite expensive. But if you're using it as almost a bit of a show off, a bit of your rugged, 4x4, that's quite affordable. If you look at a new or a nicely spec'd, fairly sort of up to date 2015 or something Defender, if you're looking at the 90 of that, you're talking, what's that, £40,000. And if you're talking G-Wagon, which basically a lot of people are saying the Jimny is a baby G-Wagon, you're talking many thousands for that. So it's a really, really nice and affordable entrance into the 4x4 SUV, sort of quite a chunky vehicle market, which is fantastic to see. And on topic with the new Defender, it's a tough one, isn't it? Because the Defender can't be any cheaper than that. And I don't expect it to be anywhere near that. I think the Defender will actually be quite expensive. Sad as that is, I think, if they could get a base to be close to that, they'll do okay. But if the base is much more than that, if the base is over 20, you're going to struggle. So, that's a bit of a struggle. Because the Defender, you want it to be advanced, you want it to be the best it can be, but the Jimny is going to be successful because of how simple it is. And how well it's anticipated and how well it's been received is just fantastic. Can't wait to really see one on the roads and get a physical experience to actually picture it, because I can't work it out. You see some photos of it on the road, and you go, okay, that's quite small, but then you see the pictures and you think, oh, it's quite big. I can't quite scale it. I need to see it in person to work it out. Anyway, the next topic is also about four-wheel drive. But this was a video by Tyre Reviews, I believe it was. Thank you. Where we're looking at sort of summer tyres versus winter tyres and the difference they make on snow. And with that, four-wheel drive. Because a lot of people think, I've got four-wheel drive, it'll be fine. So this comparison was four-wheel drive with summer tyres versus front-wheel drive with winter tyres, and you'd think, okay, they might be fairly close. No, the winter tyres are so much better as they're designed for it. They're designed for the temperatures, they're designed to get traction in that weather. And it's just so impressive, even though it's front-wheel drive, how much better grip it got than four-wheel drive. You kind of go, well, I would kind of expect that, the tyres are designed to do that. But by how much was quite staggering. So go watch that video just to witness it, really. You sort of have a bit more respect for the tyres and which ones you're purchasing. But I think it'd be quite interesting to see sort of an all-round tyre versus a winter tyre. Because the summer was, not a chance in the snow, as you would kind of expect. If you've got a summer tyre, you're most likely to also have a winter tyre. Otherwise, if you don't have both tyres, you would have an all-season. So it'll be interesting to see what the all-season is like in comparison to the winter tyre with the same vehicles, with the four-wheel drive and the front-wheel drive. So yeah, I would like to see that. But again, go check out that video. It was on, I believe it was Tyre Reviews channel. So go check that out. The next topic then is Aston Martin and their new DBX, and this is the first bit of testing has really begun on the car. So the DBX is their crossover SUV. I think it's more of an SUV than a crossover. I assume it's getting the twin-turbo V8 same as was in the Vantage, but I don't know. It's going to be four-wheel drive, of course, and they've just started testing it in Wales on the Welsh Welsh rally tracks. So proper testing there to really experience how good it is off-road. And they're also being built at the new plant, Aston Martin's new plant at St Athan, which is just outside Cardiff. So it's a very Welsh car, actually, which is quite good because I'm studying in Wales. So I hopefully might see one around at some point doing some road testing, which will be exciting. But yeah, it'll be the first car to come out of the new factory, and which is fantastically exciting to see that. But yeah, no, they've started testing. They're going to do way more testing before I think the release is about 2019 or 2020. But no, that car's going to be anticipated. It's quite late to the market, really. You know, every other company now has produced an SUV, and I think Aston Martin are quite late to it. But the pictures, which I'll show you now, there we are. So they're full dressed up in camo, but it still looks quite good for an SUV. So now we just got to wait really to see more and more of that car before we actually see without the camo on it and without it being caked in Welsh mud. Because let's be honest, I don't think many owners of the Aston Martin will be doing that. But it's good to know that it will be able to do it. Yes, so then the next topic is also about four-wheel drives. God, so many topics about four-wheel drives. And off-road, actually. Yes, they're all about off-road. So the next topic is about Defender V8, but it was a drag race on Top Gear. So on their YouTube channel, they've done a drag race, and they put the Defender V8, it was a 90, so the shorter wheelbase, against a new Civic Type R. And you think, well, that's not going to make any sense. Of course the Civic Type R would win, but actually it was quite close, and especially from the launch, the first few feet were just incredible, where the Defender just has so much torque and so much power, it just goes. It's sort of something to get your head around. You can't quite work it out. Why is a Defender faster than a Civic? And it takes a while for your brain to process what's going on, because it's just not what you expect. This big Defender to actually be moving well. But then as soon as they really start moving, the Civic just has it and just goes, because it's just way lighter. It's designed for it and aerodynamic, unlike the box that is the Defender. But go watch that video. It's just hilarious. It's only a minute long, and it's the best minute you could ever have. Watch it 3 times, really. Call it 3 minutes, because you have to watch it a few times to understand what's actually happening. Anyway, the last topic is a topic that I mentioned 2, 3, 4 weeks ago, about the Rally F-Type. So I mentioned this going, okay, right, there's an F-Type that's been spotted with spotlights on it in a roll cage. And then it took a while for anything to happen, and then I think it was about a week and a half ago or so, there was footage of this F-Type with the spotlights and everything, and yes, we have created a Rally F-Type just to have a bit of a throwback to mark 70 years of Jaguar and the XK120 as well, because they were very successful at Rally, which is quite surprising. It's not a well-remembered part of the Jaguar history, but a part of the history nonetheless. So it was a 4-cylinder F-Type, so it has a bit more balance, it's lighter. And convertible, so not many convertible rally cars as you might expect, because you don't want to get caked in mud. But again, a hark back to the XK120, which didn't have a roof, so yeah, no, good to see. I think, yeah, it's quite an interesting design exercise. I don't think many owners of F-Types are ever going to rally their car. But I would definitely like to have a go. So Jaguar, please, can I have a go in your F-Type rally car? Thank you. Unlikely. But, you got to ask, haven't you? Yeah, no, that thing looks fantastic. Again, there's a video on YouTube of it doing some jumps and drifting around in some gravel somewhere in Wales, which looks fantastic fun. So yes, please, Jaguar, can I have a go? Or at least have a look over the car, because that sounds brilliant. Yes, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed this rather four-wheel drive or off-road based video. I'm sorry I didn't upload last week, was rather busy in London, but I should be back to it next week, back on to full content every week, talking about what's going on in the news. Yeah, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I will see you next week. Cheers!